Of course, I love saying I know it all, but stock market's making new highs today. Everything's ripping, and only you are being left behind. You too, etc. The Freddie Mac, etc., lost the court battle, so the stock's down 30% today. So the money that the hedge funds thought they were going to make in the pulling apart of Freddie Mac, the mortgage associations in the U.S., which I knew they wouldn't, they lost, which I'm not happy to see that my hedge fund buddies lose all their money. They lost 30% in one day. One day. Now just imagine your little 401ks like I was talking about. And little people put money with hedge funds now because they think they can manage the money better than you. And you put your hedge fund money in a month ago. And you put your little $100,000 in there. And now a third of it's gone. Just like I was screaming and yelling this afternoon. It's almost no more fun for me being right this much. Like Donald Trump, President Trump, you're going to get tired of being right. He was talking about the public if they listen to him. Of course, they're not listening to him. So the investment public they don't have a fucking clue what's happening. And that's why you're going to be able to use QLA, which you learned here this week. And remember the industries. I'm hoping that you go back and you look at those slides and you see, you got everything now? The drive and all the bull. Okay. God, this is the latest we've ever given it to them. I did say I didn't want to give them anything. Maybe that's the last thing they heard out of my mouth a few days ago. But you know, the industries. I mean, and then you look within the industries to see which companies, and you see what appears to be fragmented, etc. And then you move forward from there. And President Trump, Allah love him, he's just laughing. He's fucking laughing. He's not laughing because people are losing money. He's laughing because he likes being right, which I can relate to very easily. The guys, you have this knowledge now. You have the tools, and you have the templates. Whether they're not in German or not, you're gonna have to translate them yourself. But I have no intention of putting them in German for those of you that speak other languages like German. But tomorrow is the beginning of the rest of your life. It is. And when we get the first Zoom call in approximately a month, and that Zoom call will be with me, Sally and I are going to be in the United States traveling because we're going to be gone for about 5 or 6 weeks. But we will be continuing with our Zoom calls. And when your weekly report is due a week from this coming Sunday, now you heard Leanne today. The two most important calls in my judgment that you heard, because you couldn't relate to rocks. I mean, and maybe not even Matt. You should have been able to. But the two most important calls that should have resonated, and I could see it in your faces, did resonate, was Teddy's call. And I'm not going to memorialize what you guys thought of poor Teddy on YouTube for the Martians to see 1,000 years from now. But it was clear in your eyes what you thought. It was absolutely clear. And then today, you saw a young woman who's been out 7-8 weeks. And it was reconfirmed. A woman, no less. A fucking woman. For those chauvinist pigs in the group. Jesus Christ, this must be fucking easy. Fucking retarded guy and a woman. Successful. What the fuck? Yet, YouTube will figure out a way why they can't make it work. But you got that knowledge now. You got that knowledge. And they can't take that away from you. And as I said on the first day, you may decide for whatever reason why you're only going to use parts of it. And I've never seen a part-time high-performance person. So you know that. So if you have less than results, it's because you didn't do it full-time. But Leanne is a mom. She didn't cry about being a mom, did she? She has another very successful business. She did complain about that it was pulling her away from this. And she's ahead of her pack from the December group. And a woman. And a fucking Scottish lassie on top of it. God damn. What the fucking world coming to? I could see the Scots cringing over here to the left of me when he was sitting there. A fucking slag on top of it from Glasgow. Jesus Christ. That's how they think up here. Of course, George doesn't think that way. He's a refined man, who knows that the woman has her place on her fucking back with her legs spread. Oh, excuse me. I didn't say that. I didn't say that. But guys, and Virginia, you can go out there and rip them now. And again, I haven't seen this kind of participation in the worldwide markets. And the interesting thing about it is they on CNBC, they were talking about how the American market isn't the market that's leading. There are other bourses, other stock exchanges that they factored in that are doing better because they think or they feel strongly that this economic transformation is going to hit them. And they're talking about forget Brexit, forget this, forget Euro, forget the EU. That if they turn loose the spigots, which that's what the market's telling you, and they reduce the tax rates, that's what the market's telling you, it's going to be fucking unbelievable. Unbelievable. And again, for those of you that have, for your little pennies, and I'm talking to you two now, in your 401ks, you don't build generational wealth. The stock market's doubled in the last 17 to 20 years. And even if it doubles again in the next 8 or 10 years, it's not building enough equity, enough value to mean anything. If all your assets are going to grow between 4 and 7%, it doesn't make a fucking thing. You've heard stories which can be verifiable that people are growing these assets by thousands of percent yearly. So it's up to you.